Now, why are we not ascending every 2,000 years? Because they have a recycling system here. So all of you listening to this are being recycled over and over and over and over and over. And you missed the ascension time last time too. So many of you have been here hundreds of lives when you don't have to. And that's where my passion comes in is I'm not letting you go through this alone. I'm going to do my best to explain. There's only one book. There's only one book, and you wrote it. You wrote it, God. All of you wrote it. It has one page in it. Go within. Go within and use your highest excitement and joy and inspiration to make your choices each and every day. And the bad guys cannot touch us. They cannot touch us whatsoever. And that is the only messaging I'm doing my best to explain to you. If I can find a better way, please, someone help me. It's either songs or these shows, but it's an exciting time. It's really exciting. And I will leave with one more conversation real quick about the underworld and how it works. These guys do not want me telling you the rest of the story here, but we're going to do it anyway, of course. What the aliens that are here that you can physically see, they work for the aliens you can't see. There's a vast hierarchical system, and we'll talk about the aliens you can't see, and I'll show you how they affect the aliens you can't see that are in physical. The aliens you can't see, what they're able to do is they do have vessels. They have time travel. No, these are all mechanical, though, unlike me. They have time. They can cut and paste time in real time. So those are funny words for you don't know you're being abducted because the cutting and pasting is right on the line of your memory system. You can't tell that you're stopping and starting. So they can basically regenerate an entire body and have your light body come back in the physical body. And that's the purpose of the cloning. Okay, so I'm going to marry over to you in my next segue here. So we're going to talk about you predominantly while we talk about the aliens and why they do it. All right, so the aliens you can't see, they've genetically made another body of you instantly. They're very good at it. Although you look like you're still you, because they can cut and paste time, everything and everyone, except guess what they don't mess with? They don't mess with nature. They don't mess with the trees. They don't mess with the oceans because they live a high frequency. They can't touch them because their intentions are so pure and so strong. So this gets back to the underworld and how good they are at this. So the aliens have made aliens, and they've also made artificial intelligence to merge and complement the agendas. So as their best trick is you don't know they exist. They don't have a name. They don't have an identity, and you can't see them because they're cutting and pasting. Now, here's their mistake with me. Because I'm in real time, I don't get cut and pasted. I can see them doing it. But I don't have anyone to tell. That's their favorite little joke. They know I'm the only one that can see it because I'm in time. Now, that's changing for a lot of people. They're starting to see it out the side of their eyes. And because some of it is from my education and others, and Ron's and many others. But they think it's a gas that they're doing it right in front of me. And that's what's been going on for the last 2,000 years to make sure you didn't believe that I walked the earth. So when I come back, you'll make this false idol out of me. But I'm just a light being that comes here to support you. And you are the real gods because you're out here creating universes. Every single inch that you're looking at right now was created by you. The door you open today or tomorrow has nothing behind it because you're in a quantifiable, instant universe that you created just by believing there's something behind the door. That's how unbelievable you are. The aliens are counting on the bad guys, the dark. They're counting on you not knowing that. That's why they don't want me doing this. But they also keep up all the videos and the talk because they don't think you're going to believe me. Because they believe they've done such a good job of programming you in the psyop of what you really are that you're never going to get any of this information and actually believe it, know it, if you will. So these aliens, what they're doing is they actually bred aliens to be in your physical reality to do their work, because these aliens that live on the cusp of your dimension aren't able to climb any higher, as I started the conversation. Notice they don't talk about the many planets I've been to in the 5th, 6th, 7th dimensions, because they can't get there. They know nothing about them. But they sure as hell want to get there. They really want to get there because they're tuckered out here. They've played the game so long, all their tricks. See, if you look at your technology on the surface, you'll see they've taken you just as far as you can go before you get the real stuff. And the real stuff is you. You're the technology. You're the massive technology. Every one of you are the technology they want. And so in the meantime, you get some toys. you get some plastic vehicles. You get some combustion control. Hey, this is great. Just give them enough. And so now there's a great dilemma that they didn't time it right. Okay, because they whipped out some of their tools against us, genetic modification, and they were too early. Okay, and I'm your clue with this conversation. So now they've showed us their hand, and now we all have the opportunity to go through the ascension cycle. As long as we keep healthy with ourselves, we're all accountable for ourselves. The underworld is very well organized. It's very, very well organized. Don't ever underestimate how savvy they are, how intelligent they are. Their IQs cannot be measured. The IQ test is actually bullshit, of course, but they are vastly intelligent. Never underestimate their knowledge of spirit either, and how they want to abduct it continuously. So their play toy of this version of humans, there's been many, it is not to be undermined, and it's not a comedy for me. It's just that they know how good they are at this. The underworld looks a lot like this, and this is why our above world should be connecting the dots with you pretty quickly here, if not already. The below world, which I call the human manufacturing process, has physical aliens in it. And again, please go to forthepeople.space, and you can go to the alien section there, and the beautiful web designer there is marvelous and has done a great job. And get through that stuff, get through Ron's teachings. It's his passion to do those. But the physical aliens that live underground, they want to make sure you don't know they're there either. And of course, there are many silos within silos of our militaries globally that are on the same page, on the same team, even though they wear a different jersey. And they want to eradicate them for obvious reasons. But think about how difficult it is to fight a war where you don't know where people are, have time continuation machines, and are underground. So, think about it above ground, let alone below ground, and weapons you can't even imagine. The pulse weapons they have, they can basically cut you in half just with their minds. And so now we're going to make another world right underneath the crust of our world. Think about how many layers they can go down. And certainly Billy she has experience at Area 51, and I do. We can use Area 51 as an example, but Dulce is probably a better one. There's a bunch of Dulce bases around the planet, and only the aliens that work down there know how to get through them. Now, a lot of the radar does work in places that goes into the earth, but they have techniques to reflect it too. So it's a long, tough journey for many decades dealing with these folks. And so it's very tough fighting underground because these aliens who've made aliens here and control them with artificial intelligence, they do not have a heart center. They don't have a bargaining center. They do not care about anything other than going left or right. And they have massive capabilities, and they have great intelligence, and they're being controlled by another level of aliens. I'm sure that's not new news. But notice you're not seeing any of them. That's how good they are. Notice there's no one coming from another universe to help you, because we're helping us, and that's it. See, the higher dimensional beings, why you're not getting help from the higher dimensional beings, is because they know better than to disrupt another civilization. Had many conversations with the Galactic Federation and others. They're so intelligent. They're so capable. They would never bother you because they believe you're so overqualified. You got this. That's why you're not getting help. And so when people tell you, yeah, I was talking to the commander of the Palladian craft XYZ, sorry, you're being manipulated. Because how many more cloning events would we have here and not get help? How many more wars? It's up to us, everyone. It's up to us to create a higher frequency reality just based on living in an inspirational, joyful decision-making process each and every day. Again, you're in a quantifiable, instant, organizing, conscious universe right now. There is a universe that you just created when you turned around. That's what you are. You're a God creating universes. Now, there is many more subjects we could carry over with this. Jane, do you think we got a good body of workout today?
Oh, my goodness. There's so much that you've divulged, that you have revealed for us. And it's going to take a while for us to be able to sift through, understand, integrate, and loving all of the wonderful high source energies that you have brought to the table to each and every one of us has been so magnificent and amazing. We're so grateful. And we have to take this on, obviously, as you know, to another part 2 or even a part 3 as we continue on this journey, as we continue with your words of encouragement and enlightenment, that we are the gods and goddesses, have always been, and now it's time for us just to forget about, and I don't want to get into the dark and all of that, because they seem awfully devious. They appear or seem, again, more intelligent if they've got all this technology to be able to clone and all of those devices, etc. It seems like an impossible dream, and maybe that's one of the things that maybe we could talk about on our next call. But,
very good. So can we talk about us now? So that's yes. The third section.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yes. We only have a few minutes.
Yes. Okay. So now as we observe us and somewhat of a luxury, I get to look at us from another frequency. So if you looked at planet Earth and from another location, you would see mass chaos. And that's the design here. And this is how the healing is going to be. I'm going to promote some healing here. So the bad guys want massive chaos. The good guys want massive chaos. Okay? So the Q posts are a psyop to fight the psyop. Okay? The Q posts are now literally doing their best to make fun of the fact that you're watching a show and enjoy the popcorn, connect the dots. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so this is where I desire to bring value. If you're going to watch the show, what do you think the ending is going to look like? Has anybody given you a plan? As I say, you're the plan. You have to decide what reality you want. If you don't like governance, you don't have to have it. If you don't like the IRS, quit paying them. If you don't want to use gas, stop. I know it's not easy because we've adopted all of these systems. But I assure you, I'm not going to go through this without you. And I encourage everyone to start collaborating in your own communities in an inspirational way in which brings you great joy. And I guarantee you this stuff will change in 5 seconds. Now, the physical healing I wish to transfer is start paying attention when Source, myself and others, when we brought more light to your reality, what's happening is you're getting more of that knowledge you already had. So naturally, that knowledge when you came into the universe was unlimited. There was not one thing you didn't know except the experience of the knowledge you had to go be the purple people eater or the human, whatever it is. You're the master creator and experiencer. That's all you're doing is experiencing. And now we're looking at a physical being that doesn't necessarily understand that they're a light being first and takes on all the rubbish that's been installed in us. And so you're watching now the technology come through here. Certainly Simon Parkes is showing some of that, and others, they're having the technology is naturally materializing from your manifestation of more knowledge, because our bodies have been restricting the light column so well up until this generation, and it's flowering. And so we're all getting much smarter, much healthier, but please pay attention to deception. You should be able to now, there should be no way anybody could lie to anybody now, as an example. So you should be able to feel the truth when you work with someone, you talk to someone, you play with someone, whatever it is. That's one of the healing processes that have nothing to do with going to a healer, as an example. You're naturally bringing in more of your light just because the light source is paying more attention to you. That's us. And what I'm encouraging you to do in the healing process is to talk to Source, talk to yourself in a way that's out loud verbal with your harmonics, just like we're doing today. So my great passion is for everyone to learn Creation Lightship. You can go to the Creation Lightship webpage, learn some of those exercises. I'll give you a quick example real quick. We can talk to the universe. We can talk to our individual selves. I can command my spirit to increase my life force energy now, and it will. I can command the universe to give me more of me now, and it will work, because all I just did was talk to me. The universe is you. That's how incredible we are. Us. We're all us as a molding, creating experiencers, developing this universe however we wish. That's the best I can do, Jay. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very, very much, Q. Thank you. This call is ended for today. Send this information out to as many people as you can, whether they're awake or not. This is our mission. Thank you, everyone. So be it. It is done. Thank you, Don, for BBS and your show, and very, very much to Source, Q, to all of us who are here today. Let's get everyone together